longer, but first I should introduce myself. I'm Terry Schwartz from IGN. And we can't have an Evil Dead panel without the man behind the chainsaw, Mr. Bruce Campbell, star and executive producer.
So far, so good? Yeah! If there's one thing I know about Evil Dead fans, they are never satisfied. Doesn't matter how much you give them, they want a little more. And because we have great respect for you as fans, because you put my children through college, we're going to show you an entire fucking first episode right now. Then we have Miss Dana De Lorenzo, the badass shotgun-wielding Deadite Slayer. Then Mr. Ray Santiago, who plays Pablo. We need to get rid of that Necronomicon. And last but not least, you know him, you love him, Ashy Slashy himself, Bruce Campbell, star. Thanks for showing that to everyone. It's a good treat.
You're welcome.
Now, we have some newcomers this season, so I want everyone to raise a hand if, over the course of making the show, you've been personally victimized by a blood cannon.
Yes.
Not you yet, Lindsay? Not yet?
Well, yeah, I got hit with one, but it was kind of more past me, so I didn't get it straight to the face like a lot of these other guys did.
Those are brutal photos and scenes that we see the finished product of. Well, you know, Ariel and Lindsay, I want to start with you guys because you're the newest to the show, and you're also a big fan as well, I heard, Lindsay.
Yeah, I am. I mean, like, how many guys here are from, like, New York? Just check it out. How many of you guys are from Terrigal, New South Wales? Yeah, that's what I thought. You know, I'm just like, I come from this little country town in the middle of Australia, well, kind of on the coast, and, you know, my grandmother, when I was like a 13-year-old, used to show me 2 movies every couple of months on Betamax, if you know what that is. Yeah. Yeah. And one was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and the second one was Evil Dead. Yeah. And so it was like a bonding experience for my uncle and my grandma and me. So, you know, when this job came around, it was like a really huge bonding thing. So I'm kind of like Dalton in a way, you know, I'm just a fanboy that gets to be a fanboy in the movie. You know?
You actually just, you know, recorded your first meeting with Bruce and used it on the...
That was it, yeah. That was, yeah.
Now, Ariel, no pressure, you come in and you are Ash Williams' daughter. Talk to me about what was day one on set like? How did you sort of get in and join the family?
Actually, it was kind of not easy. It was quite terrifying, but in a good way. Everyone was so welcoming, and Bruce is like the nicest guy ever. And so, you know, everyone kind of took me under their wing, and...
And so it begins.
I learned a lot. It was awesome, and hey, don't steal my...
You don't have well, I was holding it for you. You don't have a pocket. Just go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, I felt supported the entire way through. I never felt like a fish out of water at any stage, and I have these guys, the incredible crew, directors, everybody to thank for it.
Now, Dana, I have to say, Kelly just became such a badass in season 2. We see a bit more of that at the end of season 3. what can you tease of what's ahead for her? Because she really did, you know, in many ways become the heir apparent to Ash, I think, last season as a Deadite Slayer.
Thank you. And yeah, you know, I love where Kelly's journey goes because it's a culmination of everything we've been building up and everything that she's gone through. Now she gets to take someone else under her wing that has a very similar situation. And it's fantastic to see where it goes because a theme of the show for season 3, I think, is everyone fulfilling their destiny. And Kelly gets painted in this corner, this catch-22, bloody corner, I might add, is bloody, is always bloody. And she can't think or fight her way out of the situation. So she snaps, and now she's got this one that they're going in together, just the way that Rudy kind of took Kelly under her wing in season 2. So Kelly gonna get her revenge. We're gonna see what happens though, because maybe it's not what she wanted at all. Because what happens when she has this epic showdown with evil sets off a course of events and changes Kelly forever. But it's going to be something to see. It'll give Kill Bill a rival. It's a rival to the Kill Bill fight. I'm just going to say.
That's a good tease. That's a high bar right there. Now, Ray, sort of on the flip side, Pablo had a really rough season 2. It was not easy for him. And now we see the Necronomicon is back. And what can you tease for what's ahead for him? Because I really get that book out of that poor man, please.
I'm still here. I think, well, you guys saw that trailer for the whole season, so we kind of showed you a lot. But, you know, this season, Pablo fulfills his destiny as well, and really starts to hone in on his Brujo powers, and evil sees Pablo differently, and Pablo sees evil differently, and, you know, the illegal has powers this season, so watch out, everybody. Watch out!
Can that be the tagline for season 3?
But yeah, I think it's going to be really dope and really fun, and I finally get to kick some ass, and yeah, and a lot of other things that you don't think are going to happen.
I mean, that is the standard for Ash vs. Evil Dead. I think that's what keeps us coming back season after season, has us so excited right now. Now, Bruce, it seems in addition to the theme of, you know, people fulfilling their destiny, there does seem to be a theme of family this season. You have 2 new members down at this end of the lineup. Talk a little bit about that. How is Ash as a dad?
He's basically the worst father ever. But, having said that, he's the best father ever.
Well, he does his best, and that means a lot.
Ash fights with the army he's got. The parenting skills that he's got at the moment need refinement. Although I love the fact that I get upset when my daughter swears. Ash never lies to his daughter, but the weird thing is it sounds like he's lying all the time. It wasn't me who did it, it was a Deadite who possessed her. I just sound like a ranting lunatic. But Ash never lies to his daughter. So he is true to his daughter. And then once he realizes and owns up to it, he's protective of his cub. There's no question about it. We added that line, never get between a papa bear and his cub. So it was I just think from a story level, it can really help Ash become a little more three-dimensional. Because he not only has to save the world, he has to raise an unruly daughter at the same time. So I thought it was a really fun insertion. A dad is back. Asshole dad is back. The great Lee Majors has returned once again, season 3. I actually had more time with Lee on screen in season 3 than we did in season 2. And Lee is just he's Lee Majors, okay? He's Lee Majors. So it's been really fun. And this season, I think the goal of this season is to crack it open. Crack the shell open. We're doing a little more into the Joseph Campbell mythology. Because Ash is not just a loser who lives in a trailer park. He is foretold in an ancient book. So why? Why him?
Speaking of book, you can get Bruce Campbell's New York Times best-selling number 8 on the Times bestseller, If Chins Could Kill. Further confessions here.
The things these girls would do for $1.
Last year you were giving out 20s. Maybe I've used too much.
Hey, we might get canceled, you know?
Yeah, we're in season 3 now. We're in season 3. All right, we want you guys to have a chance to ask some questions. So we have some microphones up here and up here if you guys want to line up. And while you're lining up, I want to ask a question for everyone up here. That colon scene in season 2, like between that and then the scene at the end with the breast milk, like you guys do some gross. I'm gonna swear because this way, you guys do some gross shit on the show. So I want to know from you guys, what's the grossest thing that's ever happened to you on set? Whoever wants to go first.
You go first. Oh yeah, you can go first.
I had a birthing scene out of my mouth where they handed me these phallic objects and they asked me to put them in my mouth and spit them out slowly. So I would probably say that was the most disturbing for me, but it was also one of the first on the show, so I've got a high threshold now.
But that's what made you my powerful vagina. I love that scene. Ray, so Ray likes to, he's like the joke, we've had some, we've been, first of all, can I just say that I'm so excited that they are not only just magnificent people and such phenomenal actors, but they were effortlessly brought into this crazy world and family, and luckily for Ray and I, we weren't the new kids anymore, so they got the brunt of the torture, but Ray has been definitely the jokester and prankster on set, and I would say the grossest thing, do you know what I'm gonna say? The grossest thing that ever happened was him and one of our directors were Nick Jacobson for the finale of season 1, when you're book face, he's holding me down and he had mouth blood and he would be like, more blood, and he's holding me down and then he's baby birded the mouth blood into my mouth while I was on my back, and then Rick was like, hey, that was great. That was the
Full disclosure, we totally planned that. We knew she'd hate it. I thought you might be into the whole spring in your mouth thing. You're a tough chick. You might like some funky, kinky stuff like that, right? Ooh, can't got your tongue
better watch out, because I'll be trying not to.
Could you please moderate this panel a little better?
No, I think that's what we're here for. Newcomers, Lindsay and Ariel, do you guys have a particularly gross scene you can tell us about that's not going to spoil too much?
I don't have one that's not really going to spoil it, but I mean, there was pretty gross stuff the whole way through. I counted 8 blood cannons in total, filming 10 episodes. So I was pretty much constantly like covered in fake blood, and there was even one stage where the art department just set up a fake, kind of not fake, it worked, but a temporary shower on set for me to stand under, because it was warm and warmer than being out in the air with the cold, wet blood on you. So I got to stand in the shower, full in costume, just in the middle of the set, everyone's walking around, and I'm standing under a warm hose while they set up the next shot. So it was pretty cool. It's not disgusting, but I spent pretty much the entire shoot feeling pretty disgusting.
Yeah, mine's kind of the same. I mean, because I wear biker gear through most of the show, and it's funny where that blood can hide, you know? Like, you get back to your trailer and you're trying to get out of jackets, and suddenly it's like, it's all down your side, it's in your back, and then one day I took my shoe off, and it was just like clumping out of my shoe, and then you're just standing in the shower going, get it off, get it off.
And it looks like a murder scene when you're showering, after you shower. When Ray and I showered together that one time.
We actually did.
We actually had no choice. They wouldn't let us go.
It's like a thing. They're like, hurry up, we need you back on set, just get in there.
Right, but the scenes during the cleanup and after the cleanup are just as bad as the show.
Well, I love that Bruce, the first time I think I met you was on set, and it was like the best introduction to Bruce Campbell ever, because you were in full ash gear, but you were covered in blood from whatever scene you were doing, and you were leaning out of your trailer eating a lamb off the bone. Like a plate of it in front of you, and I was like, okay, here we go, this is the man. But at this point, is there anything that they have you doing, and you're an executive producer as well, so you have a say, is there anything that they have you do that grosses you out?
I had a fight in a sperm bank this season.
We really blew our load on this season.
Yeah. I'm pretty much going to end it right there.